I'm back with my haul video that I promised. Wasn't the same day, wasn't the next day, the next, or the next, but it's several days later. I have an embarrassing amount. If you're my husband, please leave. Please. If you stay, I would like to remind you that it was both my birthday last month and I went to a stitching retreat. And I have a problem, and I admit that. So, if you want to not be mad today, leave. If you are okay being mad, maybe stay. I don't know. But I didn't realize how much I had accumulated until I started to get ready for this video. So, let's jump in. The first thing I'm going to start is with the things I bought at Acorns and Threads, a delightful the delightful needle workshop that hosted the Pacific Northwest Stitching Summit, Pin Swiss. And I got to go to their cute little store. Oh, my fan's making noises. I got to go to their cute little store, and these are some of the things that I purchased while there. At the Stitching Summit, you could display, like, here's what I stitched, and they put them out on a table, and you could go around and see all these beautiful things that people stitched. And someone, I can't remember who, had stitched this Seagulls Love Peaches by the Artsy Housewife, because she was, like I said in the last video, she was one of the designers there, and it was so beautiful in person. Like, these huge roses, like I said, I love a house, and then oversized things that don't need to be oversized, and the peach, it was gorgeous. So I had to buy that, and then I bought the floss to go with it. So that was the one thing I bought. And then I bought, this was also, I think, what was her name? Anna Marie, I think was her name. I don't know her. I don't know if she has a floss tube or anything, but she had stitched this. She did this color kind of background. And this is what I'm thinking about stitching it on. I'll show it to you. She did kind of like a lighter, and she did the light version, but I really like the dark gold and delicious. Also the Artsy Housewife. And I fell in love with it. And it's just so beautiful. And I bought the floss to go with that too. And then, like, look at this. This is called Lobster Claw. I can't even. So I was really excited about seeing those in person in the wild. And so I did that. I also, let me open this one because it has some stickers. Also, the designer ink circles was in attendance, and so I bought this swimming hole. We have bad moles at our house, you can kind of see it, and my husband hates them, so I was going to stitch this for him as a joke. A swimming hole with a swimming pool. It's all terrible, but she signed it. Isn't that nice? I was really excited about that. And she also has these really cool stickers that she designed that's like on her Patreon that she gave to us. So she did that one. This one's really pretty. Can you see that? Don't focus on that. And she just gave these to us. We were like late night stitching, and she came over. Look at this dinosaur one. She came over with her cool stickers and just gave us one of each. She's a really cool person, and she's a very talented artist, obviously. So I was excited about that. I didn't realize like signing patterns was a thing, and I was like, will you sign this? It's so fun. It's just so fun. So I'll keep it forever. And plus I just love that it's a quirky like mole pattern. I love it. I love weird things. And then I knew I wanted to buy this when I went. I had this in mind. I had kind of like a list of things I wanted to buy, and it was Anna Funk. I just love how this one is so weird and quirky and asymmetrical and bright and funky. and a funk. And I bought all of the colors to go with that. Look at those colors! Yes. Gimme, gimme, gimme. And then, me and my table are gonna start a stitch along next week. And as we're starting it on National Cat Day. And so it was funny because Piper, one of the girls at our table, she was saying that, she said, I found a cute pattern and I've convinced everybody else at the table to stitch it. You need to stitch it because you have a cat. Well, she brought it and she showed it to me. She's like, because you have a cat. And I was like, I don't have a cat. And we laughed about it, but I will always join in on the fun. So we're all stitching this together and it's hilarious because I don't have a cat and she doesn't have a cat, but we're going to stitch it and it's going to be delightful. I think I'm going to make mine like Halloween and make it kind of spooky, like a black cat with yellow eyes. So we're starting that on the 29th and there'll be more about that later. I'm excited. Up next, we'll do what people gifts they gave me. I think Jana gave us these DMCs, beautiful fall colors. She gave us 2 skeins each of that. And then, got these from Allie, and her husband has a 3D printer. So he 3D printed like this cute little frog and these floss drops and this, and it says, yep. So that's awesome. And then she had extras. He must have been so busy doing all this. Well, not her husband, her partner. And then as a free gift, Pirate Robin was also there. She dyes floss. And these are the floss. Everybody got all different colors. And these are the ones I got, which are so cute and Christmassy. And I can't wait to stitch with those. And then Jody had given us, she lives near Color and Cotton. And these are like their floss that they go through and it misdyes. They're not perfect, but they still are really good. So she brought us a ton of these and I was thrilled. Jody, quite the, let me see, she also made this. Well, I think she made this. No, Piper might have made this. Yeah, Piper made this. How cute is that? And you put pins in it. Isn't that cute? And then Jody, she made this bowl. How cute. And then this is a magnet. So it's kind of like a little catch-all thing. So also got these floss drops. Can't remember who gave these to me. Was this Kaylin or Piper? I can't remember, but thank you to whoever gave them to me. They're beautiful. That might have been Kaylin. Sorry, Kaylin, if it wasn't you. And then people just come and give you gifts. So like Stitch and Books came and brought us these floss drops that they've made and these floss drops. And this person, Tracy Stitches, she did of her family pets. How cute is that? Love it. And yeah, just a ton of things. And this was cute. This was from Callie Wilson, and it said, would love to help you play Thread Chicken by squawking loudly when you win. And she gave us a little chicken to squeak. Isn't that cute? So cute. So it was delightful. Everybody's very generous, very kind, and it was a lot of fun. Okay, so let's get into fabric I have bought recently, just for stash and for anything else. Don't want to put that there. Okay. It fell. So this is for stash purposes, mostly Antique Lace by Fabric 202. I think this is just Zweigart. Can't remember. And this is from Stitchman Darcy on Etsy. I was looking for a very specific color. And it's purple, and I'm looking for like a purpley pink, and this is close. And so I'm gonna see if that's gonna work. I'm looking for it for the Halloween Quaker. I think I found something different, but I will definitely use that for something else. And then this is vellum. Picture this plus 32 count. I've been really loving stitching on 32 count lately. So I didn't have any 32 count. I have mostly 20 count stuff that I bought. And so I've been stocking up on 32 count because it's been really fun lately. This is Bog by Bee Stitch Me, which is really pretty. I think that's pretty. That'll be fun to stitch on. And Cinnamon, this is just when they had their ready to ship fabrics. And so I snatched them up. Cinnamon. And then Fiberlicious Yummy Fibers. I was looking for to go with that dark Golden Delicious. And so this is what I found from Fiberlicious Yummy Fibers. How fun is that? It's just like sunsetty, and I am obsessed. So I think that will look really good with that. This is also Fiberlicious Yummy Fibers, and this was the for Lindy Stitch's Harvest Hangout. This was her fabric that, oh, it's so pretty. This is Sepia Sorcery, and this was her exclusive fabric for the Harvest Moon Hangout. Isn't it pretty? It's very similar to Sunkiss, but this is definitely more brown and this is more gray. Warm, cool, warm, cool. And then my friend Piper was stitching on this. She was stitching the Coffee and Eggs by Artsy Housewife. So she had Cypress by Fiber on a Whim, and I was obsessed with it. And so I bought it. 32 count Lugana. 32 count Lugana is what I've really been liking. And then I also bought this on Etsy, looking for that perfect purple that I want. I'll post it. Well, no, I'm not going to edit this. So, but there's like a perfect purple that I'm looking for the Halloween Quaker. And I've gone crazy madness because the fabric that it was the Camping Stitcher did it on, and I obsessed about it. We'll figure it out and it'll be great, but it doesn't have to be the same thing because it was a Fox and Rabbit fabric of the month, and I'm not going to be able to find it because it doesn't exist anymore, and it's fine. It's fine. Anyway, this is the last thing I've gotten. I signed up for Fabrics by Stephanie. She started doing Fabric of the Month Club, and she's kicking it off strong with her. This is 32 count linen. This is called Gillis. Look at this beauty. Isn't that beautiful? I love it. And so I want a bitty. I love to do D-Stash on Facebook, and this winter whale was calling my name on someone's D-Stash, and I don't think she has this in her shop usually, the blue flower. And so how pretty will that be on there? Yeah, I think so. And then it also had like a couple of skeins of the black and the white in it. So those seem like they go together for sure. Okay, now we're gonna go into, well, since I showed you that, I'll show you the things that I've bought recently on D-Stashes. D-Stash, where are you? Okay, well, I think they're all mixed in. It's fine. So this is from There's a certain online distributor that has these, and I will link it below because these are hard to find. They're very hard to find, and I'm obsessed. It is the Bent Creek Photo Booth series. Can you even with, this is Frankenboo? Like, I can't. Can you? Because look at him. Look, he goes like pale when he goes behind him. I can't. And then I have Snowmen. Like, yeah, they're so silly. He's got the carrots on his head. They're just so silly, and I love them. And then last one, I also have the Fall Friends, which I've already shown on my channel before. This one is Bacon and Eggs. And look, they're like upside down. Ah, the cutest little cuties. So I was really excited, and I'll link below who this was because she had like all of them. Oh, and you also get the fabric and the buttons. So they're kits, but they don't have they don't have the floss, but you get the fabric, and like those are the pig noses. Okay. And then we will do, so this is things I've purchased and things that I have, this right there, things I have destashed. This is stuff that I've purchased, yes, and then the destash at the bottom, okay, and eBay. I saw the Seattle Stitcher and Beck Stitches Everything stitching this by Quaint Rose Needleart. It's Guth R 1874, and I fell in love, of course, with the spaniel and that bouquet of flowers in the colors, and I went ahead and bought the floss for it so I can get started on it soon. It's just so pretty. And then I've been on an Examplars from the Heart kick lately. I bought this from Hillside Rookery, and it's Angels Among Us, and look at those angels. The colors are different than how this printed. It's very orangey, where I don't think it is. It won't be orangey whenever you stitch it, but I just love the heavens being open, and then all the birds and those flowers, and it's just so pretty. So I like how funky it is, and it's just beautiful. So do that. And then this is printed from my printer, which is terrible, but this is 'Tis Near Halloween, and it's Lila Studios' new Halloween, and I bought it, the PDF, and printed it. But look at that big shoe. Can you see it? Hello? I'm a hot mess. Okay, there we go. And her wagon, and I love Lila Studio style, and I thought that would be really fun to stitch next Halloween. And then I had not seen this one before, and I got really excited about it. This is also Lila Studio. It is Witch's Night Out. And I love the silhouette, but I really enjoyed this bottom border. I just thought it'd be really fun and funky fresh. And then these kind of are like, these pop so much, they look like they're light up pumpkins, which I'm a big fan of. Ah, I just saw him. Fun. So that'll be fun. And then I kitted up Pumpkin Hill, which I'd been waiting for this release because I had missed it on her Patreon. And so I kitted this up. Me and my sister both love this. And so I have the floss for that. I need to get my sister one of those. And then this is the Cross-Eyed Cricket collection. I bought, this one's called, Two Familiars. So you have this cat that you can do, which is very fun. And this crow, which is what I mostly bought it for, was the crow and the wings of that crow. I love the checkered. And then I bought all the floss to go with that. And then I saw, oh my gosh, she just started doing floss tube. She's really funny. Really cute. Oh my gosh. Slow snail stitches. She is stitching this and like she calls it with a slimy green. It's Carriage House samplings Starry Night, and I fell in love with it. I'm like, yeah, when she started stitching, I'm like, yeah, that needs to go. I want to start like a starry wall. I just love stars and just have all starry things on it. So, oh, did I show that? You saw nothing. Okay, so now we're getting into things that I bought on eBay or on Facebook D-stashes. This is Astor Place. I want to stitch her really little in funky fun colors for a Christmas tree. I just think she's so sweet. Look at her little wings and her little dress. But these colors are a little too traditional for me, but I thought it'd be fun to change up the colors and just do it as an ornament on like perforated paper. And then I bought this to do, I wasn't into cross stitch when my son was born, and I wanted something that was kind of like a birth sampler for him that I could put his name on. And this is the Good Housewife, which they don't print anything anymore. I had to find this on eBay, and it's the birth sampler, and it's starry as well. And it says, one night as old St. Peter slept, he left the door of heaven ajar, when through a little angel crept and came down with a falling star. So sweet. So, I love the Good Housewife. They're just very hard to find. Another person that's hard to find or people is the Prairie Moon, and I was able to find Missing You, which I think is funny because there's no you, and I just really love that. I think it's silly, but I love the way it looks. So there's Missing You, and I also have another Prairie, I thought. Hello? Oh yeah, I got the Cat in the Hat, which is so fun. So this is another Prairie Moon. Look at her. So funky. Very fun. So got that. Those are my two Prairie Moons. These I've been wanting for a long time, and I found these on someone's D-stash, and I got really excited. This is Stitch World Cross Stitch Medieval Swan Tapestry. So I got this one. So pretty. And I also got the pheasants, the medieval pheasants. And I'd been wanting them for a long time. And I was really excited when someone had both of them. Another one that I got from the Cricket collection is October. Yeah. Because how could you resist? I mean, like, these are so fun. I want to do every month. They're so quirky, and like they seem like they'd be really fun to stitch. So I'm excited about that. And did I get another? I got this for wedding presents. If I wanted to do a wedding present, it's just kind of your typical, you could do it in their wedding colors, but it's just kind of, you could do it really small so it doesn't take up a lot of space in their house, because it's a little presumptuous to think that you would want them, that they would want this in their house. So I would only do it for people I'm really, really close to. And then Chinese Lantern by Astor Place. These were all really cheap because I got them on eBay or a D-stash. So I did really love those flowers, and they looked kind of fallish to me. And then I got these in a 3-pack. These Madame Chantilly. But I got it for just one of these patterns. This is one that came with it, which is really fun and folly. I'll probably give it as a giveaway. I probably won't ever stitch it because I'll give it as a giveaway. And then this one also came with it. Keys, which are very cute, but I'll probably do that as a giveaway. But this is why I bought the pack. Look how fun those are! On like a mint. Isn't that cute? I just love that it looks plaid. Very fun. So I was excited when I saw that. Ow. I just hurt myself. And then Happy Halloween. This is Glory Be, Happy Halloween. And my grandma was an amazing, my grandma, both grandmas were very good crafters, but my grandma Bercy could do anything, like literally anything crafty. She could paint, sew, crochet, cross stitch. She made everything. And she used to make these little cross stitch houses with the plastic, the plastic, what is it called? Well, no, this is Ada. So, but she used to make these little houses, and I remember them at Christmas time. And so I really wanted to make some of these little houses. How cute. And it was a kit, so it came with all the floss in the 18 count Ada, and it's a Drusilla. So that was fun. Okay, now then, this is what I got for the Needlework Marketplace. Sorry, I keep bouncing y'all around. I'll try to quit banging on it. I love these Heart and Hand Wee Santas. This is the 2025 Wee Santa with the geese. I can't handle it. Can you? Because I can't. And I won't. He's so cute. And then I got the floss to go with that, which are very fun. Flossies. I also have a gift. Oh yeah, it's a gift from the top because I ordered from the Top Knot Stitcher. She gave a little gift. And then this is Madame Chantilly again. Look at that little cat holding on for dear life, and I love the stars. And my son really loved that one, but my son loves this one. Another one, it's called Halloween Scooter. I just love this dragon. And then the cat's plaid shorts, or checkered. Made me chuckle. And I got this moth, Spanish Moon Moth by Petal Pusher. Gorgeous. I love a moody moth. And Teresa Kogut's Pumpkin Pals. Very fun. And I also got Teresa Kogut's Hello Midnight. I think the first one, I asked my son to pick out which one I should start. And of course, here's what he chose. He loves Halloween. So he chose Stitchy Creepy Things. This one. I can't see. Creepy Things. And it says, all the creepy things seen on the night of Halloween. So I need to get that started for him. And then I got Cats and Cocoa because I have stitched Coffee and Eggs. And so it's kind of as it goes along with that. And then I got the floss to go with it because I really want to start that soon. And then I need to get Coffee and Eggs framed too because it's just hanging out. And then this one, this is the Primitive Hair Woodland Stitchy Friends, the Hedgehog. Oh my gosh, it's stitching. I can't handle it. It's too cute. So those are all the patterns that I've gotten. I've also, with it being my birthday, I had asked for some books, and here is what I got for that. I asked for some stitchy books. So my sweet mom got me Countryside Cross Stitch. This is Lily Violette. How cute. She pointed out this one in here. Can I find it quick? Or am I gonna make y'all look at all of these forever? It's a little cross stitcher in here. Oh, here she is. Look at her. She's very cute. It's just, her stuff's so dainty and sweet, and I love it. So I'm very appreciative of that and excited to start something in there. And then my mother-in-law got me Sisters by the Blackbird Design, by Blackbird Designs. And I love this one, of course. A lot of people stitch this one, and I love that moon, and I love all of it. But I mostly was really interested in this one, Witch No More. I love the moody colors, the stars, that purpley house. I just think it's so pretty. So there's that. And I got these two on a Facebook Marketplace. The Across Stitch Christmas and Down Santa Claus Lane. And they have really pretty, this is all Santas. And these have they've got really pretty. I can do a flip through if y'all are ever interested in these, but I think there is a flip through by, I can't remember her name, but I've watched it, and that's why I wanted to buy that one specifically, because there's some cute stuff in there. And then Emma Congdon came out with Merry Stitchmas, and so I bought Merry Stitchmas because she's got some great Christmas, she just does great things, but she had some great Christmas ornaments in here that I wanted to do. And then once I get a little bee in my bonnet, I gotta do it. And so I have loved looking through online the Creation Pont de Groix. I don't know how to say it. It's the French cross stitch magazine. And I wish they were more available here, but you can find them on eBay. And I could do a flip through for these if y'all would like to see them. But there are some really pretty patterns in here. Look at this. Ah, it's gorgeous. Like, it's just so classy. That's pretty, right? And, but the reason why I bought this one was because this was the friend that came with this Christmas one. And I bought this one because I must. This is the 2025, because this is this year's. Because I must stitch. Why don't you put something in here to mark your place, Emily? I bought it for this. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, and I want to do it on the plaid and everything. Can't you handle all of the animals decorating that big old Christmas tree? This is gonna take me forever, but I just love how much character it has in the whimsy and all of it. It's just so silly and fun, and I really want to stitch it. So that's why I bought these magazines originally, was for that, but then it also comes with beautiful patterns, so I was really excited about that. And then I got the last thing that I got on eBay / D-Stash / all that. I bought, well, the last pattern is this is my first Dimensions gold collection, and it is called Twilight Bridge, and I just think it's so pretty and it's so fun, and I love the swans. So I'm going to start on that, probably starting in the new year. And I'd shown you in my last video some bags that I got, but I also wanted to include this one. This is from Goose Designs, and it's the Teresa Kogut fabric, and I just love it. I'm waiting for the perfect Christmas pattern to put in here. I'm gonna hit myself in the eyeball with that. Okay, last. I said that was the last of the eBays, but it's not. I also found a bunch of Brooke's books. She made these beautiful stand-up ladies, and I became obsessed with them, and they're hard to find because she's no longer with us, unfortunately. But this place called Stitches from the Heart has a bunch of them as kits for the patterns. And so I bought, this is the Peppermint Angel, because I decorate my Christmas tree in my living room all peppermints. So I thought she would go good in my living room. Peppermint Angel. And those are Halloween. And then my kitchen is gingerbread. So this is Gretel, the gingerbread angel. I'm really excited to figure out how to do these. And then I bought some, oh, this is another Christmas one. This is the Spirit of Christmas Present. She's so fun. So I'm really excited to stitch those. And then I have some witches. This is Fauna the Fairy Witch. And Sadie the Spring Witch. Gorgeous. That pink hair. Can't even. And then, did I think this was a cross stitch? Yes, I did. Did I get it and realize it's needlepoint? Also, yes. But, you know, we can learn something new. This is Butterfly Pattern by Dimensions. And I just thought I liked the colors and the full coverage of it. I just thought it was really pretty. Okay, and then I've been telling y'all I've been working at that mill hill. So I have gotten a lot. If you are my family, stop hitting the table, Emily. If you are my family, then you don't want to know what could be possibly your ornament. Please leave, because this is the last of it. You're not going to miss anything after this. But if you want to be surprised, just leave. But if you're fine with knowing, then here it is. These are some that I bought a bunch of these because some are for next year, and then some are for this year. I'm not going to say who they're for, but you can probably guess. If you know, you know. Here, I'm just going to go through them really fast. So, like, this is not even half of them. Okay? Okay, so we have Proud Penguin. This is all winter collection. I'll go through winter, autumn, and then I have spring. And then this is Scotty. And Santa Cruz. And Winter Cruise, which we're about to go on a Disney cruise. So I was excited about that. And these are all winter ones. I keep hitting my elbow. Ah. And then Sugar Plum Fairy. Cute. Marshmallow Snowman. I love him melting. Why am I like this? Ski Pass. Holiday Flamingo. Mary Moose. Rain Dog. Evergreen Topiary. My sister already knows I'm stitching this one for her because I can't keep secrets from her ever. Kitty Stocking. And then now we have Autumn. Pretzel. Pizza Slice, which I thought was funny. That'll be for my son eventually, probably. Rosie Raccoon. And then we have Spring. I got all these on D-Stashes and eBay. And austineers.com. They have like every one you can imagine, but they were out of stock of some of them, so I had to find them. This is Fancy Fish. Hamburger. mason jar, monarch butterfly, painter's palette, bear canoe, rubber ducky, and tropical kitty. So a lot of these are like personalized and kind of random for ornaments, but they kind of speak to the personality, and they're all like the ones that I picked for each individual. There's like a reason for why I picked that for that person. So I'm excited to surprise them with that. I also am me, and so I bought 2 of the Proud Penguin. So if you would like, I'll do a giveaway. If you stayed this long and you would like this little Proud Penguin guy, this little chubster, put penguin in the comments and I'll send it to you. And one last thing before I go, these came in the mail today and I just had to share them. They're by the Vermilion Stitchery. And look at these fantasy bears, guys. Look at that wizard. Oh my gosh. The fairy godmother, the centaur. I was so tickled by these. They're so cute and so silly. And I fell in love. But the main reason why I was on to the Vermilion Stitchery is because I saw these that I wanted to make into ornaments. The cat and puppy angels. This looks just like my sister's cat. Her name's Ruby. This kind of looks like Teddy. And I can make it look like tricolored. But the detail on these and how the serious looks on their faces, I think they're so great and amazing. So I can't wait to stitch these. But that's all, guys. Thank y'all for watching, and remember that you are very loved.